Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Essentials.TF monthly Twitch tournament. It is the semifinals here now. We have swapped out Tambo and Eckstein for myself, Corn Pop, and Mela for the last two games here. And right now we're doing the team you just witnessed. That is the Tale of Six Rats taking on Froyotech. Probably the favorites in this tournament. They did finish the Swiss part of this tournament with all wins, 5-0, no losses yet. So they're doing pretty good so far in this one. Mela, how are you looking for this game?
Well, I'm thinking Froyotech's going to win. That's okay. I'll go out on a limb with that prediction. It's possible they might drop no rounds throughout this entire tournament. We'll see. But I do think there is some potential for some maybe chaos upset rounds here on the side of Six Rats. They have a lot of solid deathmatch players. They have Phelps on Scout, who I will say until the end of time, until he's overrated, that he is underrated. And I do believe he is still underrated and a really, really solid Scout. And they also have Jay Hyunpei, who he plays Scout and Soldier. He's an upcoming player on both classes, also great deathmatching. Kryptonite on Soldier, actually the Velocity duo there of Kryptonite on Soldier and Bear on Medic. And Crypt has been playing really well in Invite as of late. Ninjax on Scout, who's on Black Swan, and Ether, who's also on Black Swan.
Yeah, I've been just reading in this in the chat before we're about to go live in this game, and I think not Velocity, but this team is basically a mix of Velocity and Black Swan. But the Tale of Six Rats, they're going to be trying to run some silly off classes, maybe try to throw things off for Froyotech, who of course playing with Banny on Scout, Blaze on Roamer, Habib on demo lane, Yomps on Scout, or Yomps on Pocket, Eric on Scout, and then Cookie Jake is going to be their medic. Coming into the first mid fight already, we got a Pyro up from Jay and Ninjax in the first casualty in this one. That's the Scout down, and there goes Ether as well. So already only 4 alive. One of them's a Pyro, gets shot down on the ground. Yomps bombing in on a Happy Pool. That's Phelps taken down, and now Bear on the Soldier class, bombing out a point. Does get one frag and throws Cookie Jake into the air. Can't hit the air shot, and Kryptonite's in a lot of trouble right now, trying to take down Habib with that Ubersaw. Not gonna happen. Disaster mid for the Six Rats.
Yeah, interestingly enough, Bear is playing Soldier and Crypt is playing Medic, so a bit of a role reversal from their Velocity standard. I'm sure that's going to go well. Habib's peeking in from lower main right now, and he just pipes a check, so this is looking like a Froyo round in the making as they have 100% ad.
Yeah, it's going to be a really tough hold. Now, they do have that Pyro up, so that might work in their favor. Of course, it's a very strong class when you're defending this point, but Froyotech have popped in. They're already gotten so much time at the last point. Bear's going to bomb it and try to stop that, but that's not going to end up happening. Ether tries to fall on it, but it's still Froyotech round 1-0.
Yeah, that was just a fast round. I mean, just a roll on mid, a Pyro going under the point, and that's, I don't know, not exactly a great location for the Pyro to be outputting massive damage on gully mid, so probably going to go somewhere else on this mid. Just going to rely on the chaos here, hopefully maybe get around.
Stick with the strat, though. They're keeping Jay up on that Pyro class. He's running the jetpack, too, so he's not working out for him. Yomps does get the frag onto the jetpack and Pyro. Big shot coming up from Habib, taking out Kryptonite, and Phelps going down the exact same time. Ether gets taken down by the Scouts of the Ban. He does get the pipe on a Cookie Jake, so good play by the demo man there. And Bear, once again, still alive in this last point. Gets a quick frag onto Habib. So that's 2 important players on Froyotech down. Issue is everybody else on the Rats went down.
Yeah, nice little pipe there from Ether. Bear's actually hitting some rockets at the moment. He is actually a pretty good soldier. He plays it in pugs all the time, so it's not like he's never played the class before. And he's hitting some rockets at the moment. You know, this is kind of looking like a bit of an odd situation, though, as will many situations be in this game, as there are 2 off classes on the side of the Rats. They're trying to make something happen in River, and Eric just dies to burn damage, so maybe potential here for a push-out.
Yeah, that jetpack and Pyro from Jay showing maybe why he's playing the class. Bear gets taken down on Soldier, making it a 5-on-5 right now. And Froyotech kind of pushing up through River, just sort of pressuring this Pyro. And Kryptonite's now walking up top with them. Are they going to want to use here? They do have a Scout with them as well. Ninjax is in with this, and it is the bomb by Jay, just kind of getting in behind, flying around his team. He's now brought the flamethrower out. He's doing a bit of damage to Habib and to Banny as well, but I don't think he's going to be enough to kill either of them, just being a bit of a nuisance.
Yeah, he just kind of flew around. He Goomba stomped Blaze, but unfortunately in Team Fortress 2, that's not a frag, so just goes down, but a valiant effort. Crits actually from Habib, and down goes everything on the side of the 6 rats. They're just going to make their way in from River. Jay's going to do his best on the Pyro. He is going to get the frag on Habib, but probably not able to do much more as the scout goes through River, and caps the point. So easy kind of push there for Froyo with a big crits from Habib.
Yeah, that's going to bring him to 2-0 now. That round was a little bit longer, a little bit closer than the first one. I think it was mainly came down to their mid was a little bit better. This time, Ether's going to be running to mid on that sniper class, so they've got a scout, 2 soldiers, no demo man still, a pyro, medic, and a sniper. Froyotech running your standard 6v6 core classes, and Froyotech basically taking a lot of dominance. The pyro does run in through choke, taken down by Eric. Does a bit of damage to Blaze, but nothing you can really do. Ether on with that huntsman, trying to hit some shots there. Bear was able to bomb in and does get the frag on Eric, so that's no more scout on the side of Froyotech. Just Banny left alive up there, and not a lot of people died, but to be fair, not a lot of people committed on the side of the 6 rats either.
Yeah, the rats trying to fight this 3v5 in the choke, and oddly enough, it doesn't work out for them. They're going to be trying to get out River here. Phelps with a direct hit. He's trying to bomb in.
Wow, that's nice.
He hits one juicy rocket, but not enough on the buff scout, and wow, they're all dead.
Well, Ether's still alive, okay? He gets taken down by Eric as well, actually, so now there's 2 players still alive. They're both hiding, and nobody's going the way that they're hiding. So Kryptonites respawned on the heavy class, switching off of medic, and the crits is going to come out. Blaze and Eric are going to get a whole lot of frags, and Froyotech cap this up, making it 3-0 now, and you know, they're trying a lot of different stuff, and I like that from the 6 rats, but none of it seems to be working, Mela.
Yeah, I mean, at least luckily for them, they lost 3 rounds so fast that they still have 25 minutes to get 3 back. Doesn't seem likely, but, you know, time is on their side, so it's possible.
Yep, now they're moving Ether over to Spy, so not liking the sniper. Happy Cool, aka Phelps, staying on that heavy class. So Jay immediately in on Pyro, not going to work out. Bear, again, a big fast bomb. He's using that airstrike as well, so maybe trying to do a lot of damage. Phelps has run up, but he does get taken down by Eric. Ninjax as well in a 1v1 against Blaze, but taken down by Yomps, kind of comes in with him there. Now Kryptonite on the point, all alone, thrown way up into the air, shot out by Scout, as Banny was able to hit that one. So that leaves only the Spy, who is... Oh, is he still here around choke? He hasn't made his move yet.
Yeah. Yes. Froyo, looking to just... Ooh, this is looking like a potential scout crits here.
Well, they lose Ninjax right off the bat. Blaze got the frag on him, but Cookie Jake drops it. There you go. The Spy play worked out in the end. After he gets the stab on him. He does die to Habib in the end, but he got what he wanted, and that's a good Spy play by him. Happy Cool, Phelps the engineer, getting really aggressive on a Blaze, ended up with that frag. I don't think it's going to matter, even with that medic drop. There's so many players all around this last point for Froyotech. They standing on the point. They're making it a 4-0. I mean, as you said, they've got a lot of time still if they want to come back, but they've actually got to start winning rounds for that.
Yeah, tons of time. It only took them a minute and a half to lose another round there, so still a lot of time on the clock. You know, last mid was a bit better than the previous. They actually were able to get through Big Door on the last one, and at least you know, attempt to fight. So we'll see if they're able to do that again. Some Jay jetpack action.
Yeah, Phelps on the engineer for this push. Now he's trying to build up a mini sentry. Jay hasn't popped his jetpack off just yet. Now he does. Gets over to this middle point. Big bomb by Bear as well. Trying to get on to Banny, but he's got this low ground and open area against the scout, and Yomps will look down on him as well. He does get taken down, and meanwhile, almost everybody's dead on the side of the rats. And we see Jay does WM1 Habib.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he really is. Oh, and we see after well, they got a lot of frags in those last few rounds, in those last few seconds.
Alright, shut down the server. I've had enough.
I don't think you'll have to wait too much longer. Eric is hiding here on last. Froyotech, they don't have the second point yet, so Eric might try for a flank, or he might just sit there until Froyotech caps his second point. He might be a while, though, because Froyotech, they're still regrouping back on mid, and they even have slight uber disadvantage, although if he's on crits, that'll probably get built back up.
Jay is he's in a very interesting spot here. Hopefully we can get a camera on this. It's a classic little gully wash roamer spot here that he's taking advantage of with the back burner.
Yeah, and Jay's actually just been banned from ETF 12 for this, so he can no longer go over to Europe and play in there. But we do have a spy in behind, Ether. He's once again in position to stab Cookie Jake. Cookie Jake already dropped twice to the spy. So actually the second time wasn't a drop, it was still on mid. But 2 deaths to the spy, so he's constantly going to be aware. He's taking a bit of spam right now, but...
I like how methodically Froyo are trying to play this against an NG spy sniper pyro.
Again, the stab!
That's the Cookie Jake. Oh no, all that patience. All for naught, as Cronjington Bear Magoo is trying to hit 1 rocket with a direct hit and Ninja
misses 6.
Goes Banny. And that's going to be that for that flank, the flank fight.
And on his 8th rocket, Bear hit 1 onto Blaze. So he was successful in the end.
You know, they might have, you know, had to lose 4 rounds to do it, but they are going to cap their very first midpoint here, Cornpop. And they even have a sentry gun on it.
Well, they did. And Ether's still on the spy, does get the butter knife onto Habib. Very well played by him, but oh no, look at the scout in on this middle point. I think you might have spoken too soon, Mela, because they're not actually going to cap this off unless the Pyro can do something crazy. He gets the frag on a Blaze, but it looks like it's just Bear alive and still one out. So that point not getting capped off. Unfortunate that they couldn't pull that out, but good aggression from Froyotech. And now in a 1v1, Eric versus Bear. Eric is only using it's a melee battle, and Eric's going to win it.
Yeah, now, you know, we'll see what the structure of the 6 Rats defense will be here as they, you know, desperately try to hold on to this game. As looks like that desperation won't last long. They're dying. They're dying real fast here, Cornpop.
That they are. I mean, there's still a Pyro in behind, jetpacking into the fight to try to stop anything, but he eats a pipe from Habib, and Ether not able to do anything with his last life on Spy. That is going to be a 5-0 for our first map. This was Gully Wash. That is the end of the game because we hit 5 rounds, so it's a best of 3. Still some room for the 6 Rats to come back, but after that map, it's not looking promising.
Is there room? I mean,
technically, yes. Technically, yes.
Yeah. Well, maybe if the next map is, you know, Gravel Pit or Dust Bowl, perhaps these off classes might pay off. We'll have to see. I'm unsure if those maps are in the pool, as it's not 2007 currently. So we'll see what happens. Map is switching now.
I believe the next map should be Process, if I'm correct. So that one probably not as suited for full-time sniper, spy, pyro, and engineer, but maybe they can make it work. Probably not, though.
Yes, we're heading to Process. And unfortunately, Pyro, Spy, Sniper, you know, not highly effective on this map. But, you know, maybe not more so or less so than on Gully Wash. So, you know, in that vein, I expect a 5-0, Cornpop.
You know, I respect that, and I would probably have to back you up with that prediction. I think a 5-0 is likely here. Of course, this is kind of a big game because the loser of this, this is a tournament for some cash. So the loser of this leads with $60 in their pocket for the team. The winner has a chance to go on to play for $600. So it's quite a big difference between like what you get in first compared to what you'll get in third/fourth. I think the loser of grand finals gets like 300. So there's a lot to play for here. But
yeah, there's a $240 difference at stake. But something tells me the Rats are just happy to get that $60 and go to Popeyes when the tournament ends.
Well, there you go. At least they'll be able to maybe meet up at Rewind and share a snack with their prize money after this. Of course, if you're just watching this for the first time, you're new to competitive TF2. Next week is our probably biggest tournament of the year. Rewind 2 is going to be a LAN happening in Santa Ana at Esports Arena in California. So that one should be good. You'll see, I think, every single one of these players. Maybe not one of them. Or, yeah, maybe every single player here. Although some of them will be on different teams, and I'm sure they'll be playing maybe a little bit different class compositions to what you're seeing here today. We see the 6 Rats are mostly comprised of Velocity Esports and Black Swan players. And so those are 2 teams that are going to Rewind, and I assume when they're playing with their correct teammates, they might be going at this a little more tactically than what we're seeing tonight.
Yes, that is true. Rewind has crept up on you, me, and the community. It's kind of just I keep saying it, but it's just appeared out of nowhere. It's happening this week. Yeah. So, as you said, all these teams going to be there. Velocity, Black Swan, Froyo, etc., etc. That is going to be coming up this very week.
It's an exciting time for TF2. We've got these Twitch monthlies. We've got Rewind coming up. We've got ETF2L and ESEA are both full swing in regular season. So there's lots of TF2 happening all the time on multiple different Twitch channels. There's this one. There's TeamFortress.tv. There's Esports Arena's Twitch channel as well. So all of these places you can watch TF2 in the future if you like what you're seeing here. And if you don't like what you're seeing here, then stick around because
then I don't blame you.
Coming on after this game, and I think probably, as I said before, we might see a bit different class composition in the grand finals. Ascent are not known to use a full-time engineer, spy, sniper, and pyro, at least not at the same time.
Yeah, I would love to see this these rats play with a real composition and the full-time pyro, because it's a hotly debated question of whether the pyro with the Dragon's Fury is it too good for sixes, is it bad, good, in between, whatever. And we don't really have a chance to see that, as it is not allowed in any of the current 6v6 leagues, but there is the opportunity to use it here. So my curiosity is piqued, but will likely be unfulfilled, as he'll be joined by Frenchman and an Australian sniper. So but maybe
what would you take off? Because I think in the first round they did have just a pyro, if I'm remembering correctly, and they swapped their demo man off to play pyro. What class would you probably want to put or switch off if you're going to run a pyro full time?
I mean, probably the roamer would make the most sense. Scouts are just too good, and jump around with that jetpack. I want to see it. I mean, pyro, since that last update, there's endless discussion of his abilities now in the modern day era of TF2, and not a lot of opportunity to always see him in a high level match,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And there's a lot of things sort of being played around with in this tournament. There's a new whitelist. If you type exclamation mark whitelist in the chat, you should be taken to that link. But the players have readied up and we're getting going here. So this is map 2 of the Essentials.TF monthly tournament sponsored by Twitch. In the semifinals, it is the 6 rats taking on Froyotech. And we do see there's a couple of off classes. Ether's still up on that. Pyro, big fast bomb from there. Not quite successful for him. Just dies in the basically on the enemy team's second. Big bomb by Blaze while doing some damage down. Ninjax does get taken down by Banny. That's no more demo. And Habib in on the medic here, who was going out with those needles. Not quite an effective strategy. Didn't get too many frags.
Now we have to watch Ether here. That's really the key play. The team opted for the vintage sack 5 players for the hiding pyro strategy, and unfortunately 0 players seem to be heading anywhere near IT at the moment. They're going everywhere but IT. Yeah. And that pyro, well, Ether's going to be standing there for at least another minute until Froyo wins this round.
Is he? I think he might still just be committing to IT, at least for now. He's confident that if somebody goes through that area, they will be flamed. But we'll see. Froyotech are taking the Uber charge into last. No pyros in sight. Jumping around, they're going to get the frag on Ninjax, and Bear going down very shortly with a Pistol of Air. Finally, the pyro coming in now, but it's too late because Ban is all over that point. So, first round, once again, going in favor of Froyotech. Pretty dominating in this map.
Yes. Now, if I had to analyze that round or possibly give a prediction for this one, something could lead me to believe it'd be more of the same. Actually, though, now we have the off classes in full swing. Last mid we had the huge bear wait, someone just bombed again and instantly died? How are they bombing so quickly?
I don't know, but Jay ran in there, ate a pipe from Habib fairly quickly, and it didn't work. Now Bear is no longer on the soldier. He's on the Huntsman Sniper again, not working out. Ether did get the frag on a Yomps with the flamethrower, so excellent job by him. He lived to tell the tale as well, so he's backing off. There's already a level 3 gun on last, so they're in it for the long haul. I guess not confident in their mid-fight or second fighting abilities, but looks like there is still some hope. I was going to say as Jay was bombing in with that. I think it was the airstrike. Try to get the frag onto Cookie Jake, but again, not happening. Ether, again, a very sneaky pyro spot.
Yeah, a little less sneaky than last time if anyone happens to walk on bats on the other side where the flames don't reach. But Froyo, they're going to be coming in here. This is the big moment for Phelps. This entire round has led up to this moment. One man, one NG, one sentry. What can he do with it? So far, well, he's going to keep it alive. Some excellent game sense there coming into play as he smacks that sentry with his wrench. And the demo trying to keep these Froyo forces today. Oh no, down goes the sentry. Oh my god, Jay.
Wow.
He just deleted Eric.
Cookie Jake gets the arrow kill onto the Spencer. Phelps going down finally after all of his buildings fall. And Banny running forward into Kryptonite still. Ether once again responded on this Pyroclast, but gets shot down to the ground. A little bit of time on point here and not a lot of players to contest. The Huntsman not doing enough work on the last points, and it's going to be 2-0 Froyo.
Now at this point, I'd like to see Jay do something similar with Market Gardener here on mid. I'm going to have to, study these demos and see how these Wrath soldiers are so quickly getting onto the other side of mid, but I want to see, oh, the rocket jumper, that's how they're doing it. Let's see if Jay can get this Market Gardener again. Oh, it's a good effort, but...
oh, he's not done! Almost!
Oh, it's so close.
They did lose 3 players trying to accomplish that. They haven't lost their pyro yet, and Ether determined to come out and make something happen. Eric with that babyface blaster does take him down. Cookie Jake once again feeling the cold knife, this time of Phelps. 4 left alive on Froyotech as they wipe the enemy team on that middle. If anything, the spy plays have been really good for the 6 Rats.
Yeah, very, very good. So this is why Cookie Jake has quit for Fortnite, folks. Jay is trying to make something happen on 2, but not able to do so. Poor Ninjax follows him to the grave, and this is not looking good as somehow Eric 1v1's the heavy with the Century Pyro trying to take him out at the same time.
Now that leaves 3 alive, none of them on standard 6v6 classes on the side of the 6 Rats, but they have a demo man as Jay respawns on the Scotsman, so gonna do his best to try to defend this point from the incoming soldier players. Jay got aggressive there, bombing into the Froyotech players, but again taken down. Big snipe on a Banny, that's going to even the numbers. 5v5 now. Bear out with that shotgun heavy, does lose to the regular heavy, and his team again though, Phelps with a backstab.
Oh my god.
Gets Yomps and a beat. Cookie Jake flamed down by Ether. Now we gotta watch out for Eric though. He is coming in on this right-hand side. He's gonna have trouble dealing with that gun, but Blaze is there.
Oh my god, the spy!
He's getting a third one of the Blaze. Now it's just a 1v1. Eric's on so little HP, and he gets that loose cannon. Great job, Jay. Takes down that player, and that's gonna be a success. Was that the first fight they've won?
On this map, yes. That was just an excellent play there by the Pyro and Spy. I'm sure that was a well-coordinated plan that they went over with demo reviews, and they pinched them in that process main push. Excellent strategy, excellent play, well executed.
TF2 is a game that requires heavy strategy, and I think this is a good showcase of that. The Spy in the backlines now actually is eating quite a bit of damage. Phelps has been spotted out. He wanted to pretend that he wasn't, but he clearly was. So that leaves 3 alive now as Kryptonite and Jay follow in the Spy's footsteps. Ether in a bit of poor position here, runs over the sentry gun which was being spammed and taken down. Now Bear is the last player alive and he is not near the point, so he's just going to waddle around on heavy and leave it at a 3-0.
Yes, last map Froyo managed to win in about 11 minutes. Let's see if they can, maybe do it faster this time, break the world record for fastest game ever. As Jay, how is he? Oh, he has the Caber. That's this is interesting. This is something we haven't seen before. Oh my god.
Ooh, this is fast actually. Still taken down by Eric, and Bear had bombed in with that direct hit as well. Now you can see there was a player as well on Froyotech who did a very similar thing. It was Yomps now running into IT, having to face down this Pyro who's just running forward, and Ninjax and Kryptonite both get taken down in that. We still have the Spy fighting on this middle point, but Banny is on his case. He seems to have lost him now, and Bear's still alive in these backlines as well, so they're going to do their best to try to take down Banny and Blaze. Banny gets the shots down onto Bear, so that leaves just the Spy here. Phelps is up alive and still fighting on second. It seems like Jay the demo man did get taken down.
Alert. The control point is being contained.
Yes, Phelps having a little standoff here at mid as Froyo. They're, They're gonna push last here.
Oh, big shot by Bear. He's gonna throw a taunt down after that. Taken down because of it, but that's all right. I appreciate the big shot by him on that direct hit. Now, Cookie Jake popping off the supercharge, getting a little bit low. Ether on this heavy weapons guy does get taken down, and it's gonna be a 4-0. But there was a nice styly air shot, so that's like a half point in my heart.
You know, I really want, there's one mid left here. We all know that it's going to be 5-0. I just want to see Jay get one beautiful kill here on mid with whatever he's doing this time. Where is this man? What is he? I can't. Oh, okay, he's doing the caber thing again. Please, yes. You gotta see this on stream.
He's on the tie turner.
He's delaying too. He's delaying.
Here he goes, bombing into the enemy team's choke, and he serves it way too far. Goes all the way back to the enemy team's second. He's gonna be able to come back in later, but Phelps now running in the enemy team's IT. He's got that melee weapon out, and he gets the bat on the Cookie Jake. I don't believe it. He's not done yet. Still trying to fight Danny. Living for so long. Blaze gets stabbed by Ether. Kryptonite now is swapped over to the Pyro class to take it over now. Flames down. Okay, we saw it. We saw it. Jay gets the kill with that caber, and he's not done yet. Banny is not taken down by that. Banny says no shenanigans.
This very well could have been the first mid for the Rats here, and it still might be as Kryptonite wins the 1v1. It's just Yomps remaining versus the World. Just a world of classes here. And he takes out Crypt. So, unfortunately, the Rats on the cusp of greatness there, but defeated once again.
And if there's some poor timing on the Spy classes, does get spotted out by Blaze and taken down in IT. So, technically, this point still hasn't been capped off. It's going to be a rough time if the 6 Rats want to actually cap it here. But yeah, now they're kind of back on second. Ninjax is on Sniper, and he actually sees the medical for just a quick second there, but Eric shoots him before he can make any magic happen. And still Jay in on that middle point with the Tie Turner and the Caber and the Wee Booties, trying to get in or get a melee frag, but it hasn't happened for him since that first one. And the rest of Froyotech are in on this last point. There is the Spy still on Cookie Jake, but this time Eric turns around and takes care of that. So they get another one onto Phelps, and they just got to dance around this point while second is getting capped. I think Jay back there does get a frag on a Habib, so you know what? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and you know, Froyo, I think they beat their time record in the last map for 5-0ing. So congratulations to them on an unprecedented win.
And I mean, we're talking with the other guys, and we could go watch the other match. There's another semifinal match. I think it is Ascent versus I don't know who they're playing against. But currently, I'm being told the score is 3-2 for Ascent. I'm guessing still in their first match.
Really?
So it seems a little closer.
Let's hop on over there and watch some game that everyone actually wants to see. I think we might catch some TF2 that the people want to see. Well, you know, the people enjoy this, I'm sure. This is fun, but we can hop into a bit more of a standard Sixes game here.
Yeah, if this has been your first introduction to competitive TF2, then let me say welcome. And now you'll probably get to see something a little more normal. We're just getting into the server now, so be one quick second here. We will be jumping in halfway through, so we'll be getting going as soon as our producer and our casters are all in the server.
Now, what is the team that Ascent is playing? I don't even know.
Their name is Fast Forward. I can read you the roster they have on, like, registered for the tournaments. They have more than 6 players, so some of these are going to be substitutes. But their lineup is Rain, Watterson, Exile, Mirrorman, Brick, Figsy, Mikey, and then Crab F. So I've heard of most of those players. I've spawned into the server, and there's still a Pyro, Mela.
You know, Corn Pop, 2018 TF2 is, I shouldn't have come back.
Oh no, it's okay.
I should have stayed gone.
Currently the scoreline is 4-2 for Ascent. We're on Gully Wash as the first map once again.
Now, Corn Pop, let me ask you, is the name of every player on blue Mr. Del Dongo?
Yes. Yes,
this is going to be a joy to cast. It is on stream.
Yeah, I think stream does have a config, so you guys on the stream can see everybody's names, but for the blue team, at least for fast forward, us casters are not going to be able to know who is who, but that's okay. There's a spy right here, Mr. Del Dongo, who's in a great position to maybe get a stab. This is actually very similar to what we were just watching.
It's fascinating that somehow Ascent has lost 2 rounds to all 6 of Mr. Del Dongo's. Pyro's sent. I don't know what on earth is going on here. Slemnish getting the frag. Del Dongo Pyro on the point. Del Dongo heavy defending the point. Del Dongo medic abandoned at spawn, and Del Dongo lose the match. It's a 5-2. Glad we got in here to catch that action.
This has been a This has been a wonderful semifinals we've been watching so far here with Essentials.TF monthly tournament sponsored by Twitch. You know, it's been fun. I can't say I haven't been having fun just watching these games.
Yeah.
I think they're going to Badlands now, because that was map 1. I think what was happening is the Del Dongo team, fast forward, I think they were playing on regular classes for the first like half of that match, and then once they started losing pretty badly, they kind of try to shake it up, we'll say. I could be wrong about that, but that's just my best guess at how Ascent managed to drop 2 rounds to that.
Yeah, honestly, I don't want to think about how somehow Ascent dropped 2 rounds to this whole situation here. But is there another map? Was that the first one?
I think that was map 1. I'm pretty sure that was map 1.
Interesting.
They said they're switching to another map, so either that was map 2 and fast forward won the first map, which is a little hard to believe, or that was only map 1, which is believable considering that Froyotech match was fairly quick.
Yeah, we are going to be switching into map 2 here. This is going to be a fascinating cast, as I have no idea who is who on this Del Dongo squadron. Well, you know, we can only try our best. You know, that's all we can do. Did you just get? Yeah, evidently I can't get into the server.
I'm saying I don't have the map. They're playing a very, like a Prolands map.
Evidently, they're playing Prolands B3B, a map that no one has ever played before, and we don't have. So maybe it's time for Dust Bowl. We all have that one on our hard drives.
Yeah, well, Melee, do you want to talk to the teams? Maybe see if they can get on one on the regular version of Badlands, because I don't think we can play Prolands in this tournament. But until then, I mean, we do have the logs. I think they're up on stream right now. So now we can maybe get a clearer picture of what was going on in that game. So it looked like Del Dongo number 3 was on Pyro for most of the match. They did have 2 scouts for most of the match as well. And then looks like no soldiers, and instead opted for Pyro/Spy, and then Sniper, who also played a bit of Soldier. So that might explain something about what this game just was. I mean, Ascent, they seem to be playing more or less regular classes. You can see the scouts were kind of off-classing, but that's to be expected in a regular game of TF2. You don't want people playing the same class, you know, the entire match. Just for part of it is generally what we see here. Was there anybody doing really good? That Pyro actually got 30 frags. He top fragged the server. So
really?
Yes, the Pyro got 30 frags and 405 damage per minute. That is
wow.
That is nuts, honestly.
Excellent play from Mr. Del Dongo 3, the third Mr. Del Dongo.
Yes, yeah, I'm pretty sure the stream can see the numbers on their screen here. So this is what we've been viewing.
Well, you know, maybe we'll get an opportunity to see some excellent Pyro play on this next map.
Well, Mela,
we can load into the server.
You were saying that you wanted to see sort of regular TF2 with just one Pyro, and I think that's kind of what this match was for most of it. So maybe we'll see that on Badlands. I don't know. Do you think Pyro will be more suited to Badlands or less suited compared to Gully Wash?
I'm sorry, I'm trying to get this map sorted. What was the question?
Just in terms of, like, we were talking about we wanted to see, like, regular 6v6 TF2, but with one Pyro swapped out for a Roamer or something. You think that would be more effective on Badlands compared to Gully Wash, or the other way around, or how are you feeling about that?
I actually think Gully Wash is the best Pyro map by a pretty fair margin. That was the one map, if you want to talk about, a little bit of a TF2 history lesson, sort of back in, I think it was season 18 or so, was an era of a bit of Pyro action where I played a lot of Pyro and Grape played a lot of Pyro, and Gully Wash was the map where both of us played it the most, like full halves of Pyro. So I think Gully's kind of been historically the best map for Pyro, but Badlands actually, if you want to talk about a serious history lesson, way back in the day, that was like one of the first maps where there was Pyro, and you would send him through the mini house. You would send Bloodsire on backburner Pyro through mini house and flank. So that's the OG Pyro map, but I think Gully's been the kind of the best one historically.
Yeah, Pyro is kind of one of those classes. I think Pyro probably more than any other class. It like depends on the map when you want to bring it out. Because there's some maps you really never want to bring out a Pyro on. There's some maps like Gully Wash where you see it. Probably most Gully Wash games you'll see a Pyro come out on the field. And I feel like Badlands you see Pyro a lot as well compared to some other maps. Holding glass and stuff. I mean, walking through that upper area can be pretty effective. Especially, I have noticed since the Pyro update, I have noticed we've been seeing a lot more Pyro like out of last points. A lot of times if like you defend last with a Pyro, before the update it would be like they would go back and spawn and switch off Pyro as soon as the hold was over. But I've seen a couple of times where the Pyro runs out after a successful hold and just kind of flames some players down and gets a couple of frags, and usually it works out pretty well. I wouldn't recommend necessarily running Pyro like to mid or anything, but I think we have seen Pyro's utility extended since the update.
Yeah, definitely. Because the stock flame damage, just the regular mouse one flaming, is a whole lot of DPS now. So it can be frustrating, and it can add that chaos element to a push.
So yeah, we're just gonna be trying to get this server coming back up. Do you have an update on that, Melee? Are we?
I'm in the server right now on that. Please wait for broadcast to start.
Oh, perfect
thing. So I think we're good to go. We're playing the regular Badlands. I honestly have no idea what the difference between any of these Pro Lands and Badlands versions are. Besides that, on Spire, there's not a little hole on the wood planks to accidentally shoot a rocket through. Other than that, I don't really know what the difference is, but regardless, we're going to be on regular old Badlands.
All right then. Yeah, I think like Pro Lands obviously is like a remade version of Badlands. It's very similar, but the community made some changes to it, and I think they play it in Europe. I think they use the Pro Lands version in Europe, but here in NA we haven't adopted it into. I don't think any of our official tournaments or leagues. I don't think it's been seen. So generally, we use the regular Badlands still. Maybe one day we'll switch over, or maybe Valve will make some changes to the map to closer fit the Pro version, but who knows? For now, we will continue playing on the regular Badlands. And yes, as you said, we are getting some players in the server now, so it should be going live very shortly. We already have 9 in.
Now, on a pleasant yet oddly somber note, the members of the Del Dongo squadron are on their real aliases now. I should be happy, but just a tinge of sadness in my voice here, Corn Pop. I enjoyed 6 Del Dongos.
Yeah, I mean, the Pyro play from Del Dongo #3 was actually pretty exceptional. I feel like Del Dongo #3 was my pick for top player on their team, just from looking at the stats and watching that last round. So it'll be interesting if we can kind of point out who the Del Dongo #3 might have been. Currently, Mirrorman is playing Pyro in the pregame, so just running around here before the match starts. So maybe it was him. Maybe he's the mysterious Del Dongo #3. But yeah, I am both happy and sad that they've swapped off of the Del Dongos.
Now, I'm fairly certain, at least, well, some of these players over on the, what is the actual name of the team? Oh, Fast Forward, okay.
Yes.
On Team Fast Forward, I know Watterson from Highlander fame, I believe. Exile, I think, was on Black Swan at some point, if I'm not mistaken. Mirror Man, I know, was on Black Swan for sure. So a little mix of some, you know, invite experience players, some Highlander players, and, you know, we'll see what they can make happen in 2018's version of TF2, where, you know, anything's possible here, Corn Pop.
Oh, exactly. I've never heard of Rain, Figsy, or Watterson myself, but maybe I'm just uneducated there. I'm sure they're highly respected TF2 players. If they manage to get this far in the tournament, they can't be that bad. So yeah, this is the team we're playing with now. I think it's going to be Figsy on Medic, Exile on Demo Man, and then after that, maybe Mirror Man on Pyro, and then Crab, Watterson, or Rain. Two of them, at least, are going to be playing Scout. They can't have more than that because they would get disqualified. All right, Watterson switched to Soldier.
Yep, and it's going to be the Mirror Man Pyro, who's mostly known for... Yeah, Mirror Man was a soldier on Black Swan last season in Invite, so we'll see what he's made of on the Pyro class.
This season as well he's playing, so here he comes now up to this middle point. Looks like Ascent have taken a lot of dominant positioning onto this middle point. Crab going to be the first one going down. They're getting another one onto Watterson. The Pyro doing some reflex here as he walks across the point. Does flame down a kill before being taken down by the Stickies of Badonsky. And he hits another pipe onto Rain. So that's 4 players down on this side of Fast Forward. Only keeping alive Exile and Figsy.
Yeah, Ascent just got control of their side of mid and made it look easy, just jamming them up in the house there. Interestingly enough, Patty's actually on Scout. I'm assuming that's because he wants to get a bit of practice in before Rewind, because he'll be playing Scout there instead of Soldier. Slumnish on Soldier. Slumnish certainly doesn't play as much Soldier as Scout, but plays it often enough in Pugs, etc., where he is certainly competent. So, not a not a terrible switch here. As Ascent 100% Uber, 100% as well on Figsy. Still with that Pyro, double Pyro actually now, Watterson and Mirror Man, and the NG of Rain.
Yeah, Fast Forward very familiar with the class limits in this. I believe they did win their match against Swift due to some class limit rules that Swift might have accidentally broken. So that's why they're here taking on Ascent in the semifinals. And 2 Pyros is allowed. That is A-OK in this format. 2 Pyros, 2 Soldiers, 2 Scouts. Those are the only classes you can have 2 of. So this is A-OK. Watterson is up here, and the other Pyro he's jumping down. Mirror Man, he's going for the big plays. He's already fast forwarding onto Slumnish, gets the frag on him, and at that same time got Corsa. Nursey, is she gonna force to this Pyro? I think she probably is. The shotgun's come out, and Nursey has popped her Ubercharge off. So these Pyro plays are going quite well. Marmalugo gets taken down, so yeah, not a lot of players left alive, and Nursey might not even make it out of here.
Oh my god, Exile with the fearless bomb. Watterson versus Patty. Oh, he sets him on fire, and Figsy finishes off the kill with a crisp arrow. So, Fast Forward with the double Pyro are going to be able to cap off Spire and potentially make their way through Choke here. Nursey still so low on HP, not getting a health pack. But Ascent, they want to come right in. Everyone from Fast Forward grouped up in Choke. Crab F actually being hung out to dry. He goes down. Pyro on Nursey.
Wow.
Goes down. The Pyros, they are fearlessly holding Mouse 1 as the Pyro does. Badonsky trying to get out of Choke, and Watterson low on HP. Oh my god, Badonsky gets launched into the skybox, and now Patty trying to come in. Eats a pretty big meat shot though, and now the Pyro's going to shake him out. Oh, Corn Pop, this hurts my soul, my friend.
Well, you wanted to see Pyro played semi-seriously, and honestly, this has been pretty serious Pyro play. I mean, Ascent aren't joking around here. They're seemingly trying their best, and everything that has been happening on the side of Fast Forward is completely legal and, seemingly somewhat serious. So they are running forward with 2 Pyros. It's not conventional, but they've been playing with it with great effect.
Yeah, even Uber's here. Slumnish trying to get a peek off. I mean, kind of, playing with fire, peeking with a rocket there. If it gets reflected in your face, that's 150 damage. So dangerous endeavor, but he's gonna try it out. Badonsky just trying to get him spamming through Choke. Ascent's pushing through the flank. They get the pick onto Crab F, and now they're gonna be able to walk in from behind. The Pyro medic combo, just holding the bridge, Ascent trying to rotate. Watterson gets the force out, and he's going to knock back the Uber. Just hold down that right click, and Uber's now traded with Mirror Man. He's chasing down Corsa and Badonsky on mid, but not able to run quick enough, even with the power jack. So they're going to have to reposition. Looks like they want to maybe go for a play in house.
Yeah, they're not done with this aggression yet. It was a 4-on-4. 2 players died in both this fight. Corsa a little bit left alone here as he's fighting Mirror Man. Now there's a Demo Man. Badonsky trying to save his scout friend, and he is going to be able to. But Badonsky, Nursey, Slamish all getting taken down. Rain is going huge here on this middle point. An excellent flank by him. Took down 3 players in the scout class. Watterson meets up with Patty as he was trying to flee. So that's going to be another successful fight on the side of Fast Forward. You got to watch out for Marmalou. He's not done yet. He's right on Figgy. Perfectly timed. And share shot. Okay, Rain's gonna take him down. Rain's been playing very, very well, but good effort by Marmalou.
That's why I sense paying Marmalou the big bucks, Cord Pop, and it's a bad air shot on the Watterson. Now, Fast Forward kind of in a bad position here is Uber advantage on the side of Ascent. They're gonna try to maybe build that up as fast as they can. Still, actually, only down to 1 Pyro now. Just the solo Mirror Man Pyro, and Ascent claiming ground on mid, and not much for Fast Forward to do here.
Mirror Man, he's gonna be flanking? Uh-oh, he's kind of running around. I don't think he's been spotted. Oh, yes, he has. The scouts have his number, and they're gonna come around this corner, take him down. Patty's not gonna die there, thank you. Take down Mirror Man, and that leaves us at a 5v6 with Uber advantage for Ascent, so there's no way that Fast Forward should be holding on to the second point. They're all retreating down through Gray. Can Ascent catch them out? That's the question. They popped it on Corsa. They want to get a lot of frags here if they can. Everybody's bunched up, but when you've got a scout like this, it's going to be very tough. Patty comes in with the flank and manages to take down Fixie and Rain. Exile here in a lot of trouble as well. There is some flames happening, though, and they are going to light Patty on fire, but Watterson, Exile both getting taken down. That leaves only 2 alive. Crab, F, and Mirror Man trying to defend this last point. Slim just gets the frag onto the Soldier, and it's only the Pyro. Can't do it on his own. This is going to be the first round going in favor of Ascent.
Yeah, the double Scout Uber comes in main there, and just a million targets to choose from. They feast on him, and that is the first round in the hands of Ascent. Honestly, I think they were having a bit more success when they had the 2 Pyros. I kind of want to see them go back to that game plan here.
Well, now they're running the strat that the 6 rats were using with no Demo Man and a Pyro, 2 soldiers, 2 scouts. So we'll see how this one goes out for them. It seems like most of Fast Forward are rolling out through this lower area, gonna try to walk in. Marmalou with a quick bomb, but just gonna be getting back up. And Mirror Man just runs completely under the point, gets the reflect kill onto Slemnish. Patty's in there as well, they gotta watch out for him. Fighting on point's gonna take down Crab F, and teams have kind of rotated around, swapped positions. That was a big bomb by Marmalou though, got some damage down, taking down Fixie. And with this, it's gonna be a little tough. Exile bombing in with that black box, taken down as well. Watterson, so little HP. Patty does get taken down by Rain. Rain, can he make something happen? No, he cannot. Marmalou hits him with a nice rocket.
Yeah, Marmalou just making light work of the scouts right now. You know, potential mid-win there for the side of Fast Forward. Everyone on Ascent was so low at the tail end there, but not able to clean up the frags. Exile actually was using the black box there. I do enjoy some black box soldier gameplay, but he was switching back now to Demo, kind of just mixing up the classes all around on the side of Fast Forward.
And with a 50% Uber advantage, we expect to see Ascent run in here. There's a lot of off classes on the side of Fast Forward, more than usual, and it's kind of expected at this point. They're going to pop into this left-hand side, but Mirror Man's pushing all of them back, wasting this entire Uber, and he's not getting taken down either. Finally pushed down low ground, but meets Marmalou down there. Does get taken down by him. Watterson also falling to Badonsky, so 2 picks already, and Fixie seemingly in a lot of trouble. Has to back off to his spawn. Patty down here as well, trying to make some work happen. Takes down the sentry gun. Now he's getting some time on point. Exile, though, gets the Uber charge popped off onto him, and he's now in a bit of a sticky situation because he needs to make sure this point gets defended, and he can't really chase these frags, especially as a Demo Man. This is going to be a bit of a tough fight to win. He does take down Slemnish, though, so it's all good on the side of Fast Forward.
Yeah, Exile so clutch there. He did massive damage at the end of that fight when he got the Uber popped off on him, so well played to him, winning that for Fast Forward. Just, you know, making it a situation where they can at least attempt to hold last another time here. Not going to be good enough to push out just so many players down, but they're going to be building up this Uber. Try to make it even once again. Nursey with a fair advantage right now of approximately 25%. Mirror Man now on the spy. He's in lobby hunting for the back of Nursey.
So risky play. They really need to get Nursey before she pops this off. And she's already at 95%, and Mirrorman gets caught out by Patty. So this is going to be a failed spy play. He's out of the fight as Ascent get the gun and run in top left. Gonna try to force some players back into spawn, but they're already all in spawn. So they rotate over right, put Corsa on the point, try to get some time on it. Now we see the pop coming out of Figsy, and they're running forward with all their players. Patty gets flamed on by the 2 pyros that are once again all over this point, trying to flame some people down. Corsa gets one of them in on Rain, the other one taken down by the shotgun of Slemnish, and that is going to be the point. Capped off, all players down inside of fast forward 2-0.
Yeah, the issues with double pyro certainly blatant there at the end of that last push, where when they're on the ground, it's just impossible for them to get any damage on anyone on the high ground, and the entire team just becomes divided at that point because a pyro has to try to take the high ground, and it's just really tough. The positioning gets so split, and because of that, they just individually took so much damage. Figsy not able to heal them up, and round lost.
I'll see how they want to play this one. Only 1 pyro swapping it for the soldier at this point. Marmalou is in-house hiding, and he could come out at a perfect opportunity to get some frags. Waterson's eating a lot of damage, but otherwise no frags down just yet. Rain maybe in a bit of trouble, does eat a shotgun from Patty. Taken down. Now Marmalou peeks out, and he gets the frag on the dome man. No exile. Figsy's so low as well. Is he going to survive? He's backing off pretty successfully. The pyro doing a bit of damage here. Mirrorman got the frag onto the aggressive roaming soldier, but with those 3 players down on the side of fast forward, they're going to have to back off. Keeping their medic alive, though.
Yeah, Mirrorman protecting Figsy on the bridge here. Looking for someone to push through flank. Yeah, that's Slemnish. That's a combo, actually. They're going to be trying to press up, get some ground as the respawner still coming in for fast forward. Badonsky already getting a trap up on the Spire. The fast forward pyro combo trying to rotate. Mirrorman, he does walk right into those stickies, so life lost there. And now bad position for fast forward as the Ascent's getting aggressive. They force out the Uber. Nursey low pops as well. Slemnish, aggressive on Bats, takes out Waterson.
Yeah, great heads-up play for that. Figsy's in a lot of trouble here. His Ubercharge did not last quite as long as Nursey's, and he was chased down by Corsa. And now they're fighting this lower area. The Demo Man exile on so little HP. Finally, Corsa pumps the last shot into him. 3 players alive on the side of... Oh god, Rain's all the way back on middle fighting players. I was wondering where the 3rd one was. Marmalou taken down by him, but still fighting over on last. Ascent don't want to give up this push just yet. Coming in forward, they can frag on a Mirrorman. Pyro on the point does get taken down by the stickies of Badonsky. Grab F trying to do some damage, throw the rocket onto the point, gets a frag for it, but eventually taken down by Badonsky. Slemnish eating some pipes from Exile. Exile's going to have to go kind of huge, but I think he can do it here. Badonsky, oh no, he stands on the point and wasn't able to block it. Exile types how into chat.
That was a really huge play from Badonsky there. Not just the cap, but previous to that, he was just dishing out damage to everyone walking out of that top right spawn door, which was the door that the entire fast forward team relegated to. So just massive damage from Badonsky, finishing off the cap. Great play from him. And now it's 3-0, and we are going to have the double pyro mid on the side of fast forward.
All right, here they go. 1 soldier down, 1 scout down for them. Swapping out for the pyros. Still have a Demo Man now. Mirrorman gonna be getting some flames down onto Slemnish, but juggled up, eats the shotgun there, ends up being a trade 1-for-1. Rain is in on Nursey, doing a great job, does end up getting a lot of damage down and cleaned up by his teammate. Now Crab F on this lower ground, doing a lot of damage as well. Marmalou does find him with the frag, so now at least 2 left alive. A Pyro and a Demo Man both cleaned up by the strong scouts of Ascent.
Yeah, Marmalou just going relatively uncontested there. The Pyro, I think, I'm not even sure which Pyro was, but there was a Pyro who was with Figsy, but just got distracted. Badonsky pushing through the mini-house, and Marmalou just saw the opening, went in, pounced on it, and easy frag onto Figsy. So Marmalou just making it happen on these mids time and time again. Ascent capping up Spire, even Ubers, so they won't be able to push last immediately, and potential here for Fast Forward to maybe get a pick or something to push out off of.
Yeah, Fast Forward were about to stick with the two pyros, but now they've gone back to a scout. At least Waterson to try to build this Uber charge up. Rain, the other scout, has swapped over to Engineer. So it's about even Uber charges, so we probably won't see Ascent push in right away, especially with how fast they're building on the side of Fast Forward. And with all these players that Ascent are taking, it's going to be a bit tough for them to heal up their players. But they are going to get that gun. Marmalou peeks it really early here. 95% on the side of Ascent, 95 from Figsy as well. So this is going to be an even trade if they come into the top left, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Again, forced back by this Pyro, who just, Mirrorman's just walking forward and damaging all the un-Ubered players, just charging forward, not letting go of that W or M1 key. Gets the frag on Badonsky and Corsa. There he goes. Now Patty tries to sneak in, does get taken down by Crab F. Crab F trading in that frag for Marmalou, who's on the point, but in with the Ubersaw. Figsy gets the frag out of him. Nursey ends up fragging Mirrorman's over on second as well. So she's going to get out alive, but the rest of her team, not the same story.
Yeah, Mirror Man with the Pyro Uber of his life, taking out 3 players, and Badonsky trying to get in here through choke. It looks like he's about to jump. Yeah, he does, but he gets launched into the skybox by enemy spam, and because of that, he's going to go down. Slumnish as well, down for the count, and Corsa on the Spy. This might be the first off-class from Ascent. Spy versus Pyros. Potentially not the optimal choice here. We'll see what he can do.
Yeah, they saw him, but he was so far away that he was able to cloak back, and now he's still hidden, but they are going to be aware on the side of fast forward. The 1v1 Marmalou taking on Mirror Man did win that one. Patty as well, taking down by Exile, though. So now it's a 5-on-5, and Crab F does a big bomb in onto House, takes down Marmalou, who is still in behind. Corsa has not shown his cards just yet. I mean, obviously he was seen, but he hasn't gone for anything. So he's still going to be decloaking on mid, making his way over to the second point where the fighting is happening. Slemnish gets thrown down to the ground from a rocket from Crab F, having to jump way back up here and take down some damage onto Rain with a good shotgun. Great job by him, but still Corsa is out full swing here, trying to take down Big Z. He's got the revolver out, can't quite clean up any of the frags. Badonsky down as well, so this is going pretty well for fast forward. They seem to keep it up. Ascent do have the high ground and looks like a lot of health advantage too. Mirror Man, the only fully healed player, jumping around these points, trying to deal some damage to these players who are bombing in. Marmalou, great job on the medic, and this leaves only Exile alive on mid. He's going to try to take one with him, and he's going to be successful in that. Marmalou taken down. Rain still in as well, though. Can't quite clean up the medic, but got the one quick frag on the slim.
Yeah, looking good for fast forward there. They got the early picks in that fight. Nursey without Uber, but Ascent just backed off, and they got huge heals. Nursey just distributing buffs to everybody. And in the meantime, the players on fast forward just were not nearly as healthy. And when Ascent pressed the issue, they just had to back out. Oh my god, Mirror Man again.
Not where you want to be meeting a Pyro in the middle of the house in this closed quarters situation when you don't have an Uber charge. Crab F taken out by Slemish. Mirror Man, a third one with that secondary, takes down Marmalou. Badonsky's in the back lines now, actually still fighting in on House, trying to sticky jump away back to his team, but he's going to meet Rain, and Rain quickly two-shots him, taking him down. Mirror Man, well, on the enemy team, Spire does get taken down. Nothing you can quite do over there. Biggie very low and does get taken down as the Ascent pops the Uber charge off, rolling through this middle point, take down Exile, Rain, and now they're all over Water as well. Waterson taken down by Patty, and yeah, that's everybody on the side of fast forward.
Yeah, fast forward were just fruits in the blender there. They kind of just walked into choke and right into an Uber. I mean, just not aware that the Uber was going to be right in their face there, and it just paid off for Ascent. I mean, it was 4 players in a choke. Just easy for Ascent to take them all down, and because of that fast forward, they're going to be holding their last. Mirror Man still opening things up, though, with another entry pick on Pyro.
Yeah, takes down Slumnish, and once again, I mean, fast forward is sitting on their last point. It's 3-0, but it's been pretty back and forth so far. We've seen some strength by this unorthodox play by them, and it's been working fairly well. Rain's up on Engineer now to try to defend on this last point. He's already got a level 2 gun set up on this lower area. Mirror Man dies right at the start of this Uber charge, though. It was popped very, very early, so the scouts of Patty and Corsa are going to have to do a lot if they want to make something happen with this last push. They get the gun, but haven't gotten anything else yet. The Uber charge faded a long time ago. Trying to spam some things down. Rain with a big damage down. Looks like Waterson, Exile, all getting the frags here. 3 down on the side of Ascent. Gonna be jumping around with Patty as well. Waterson on the ground. They could turn this around here. It's only a 3-on-4, but Mirror Man's out with this flamethrower. Doing a lot of damage. He needs to get on the point if they can make this happen, though. They are gonna kill the 2 players there. Beautiful job by Mirror Man, holding down that M1 key, and that leaves only Badonsky left to tell the tale, running back to his team.
Yeah, Mirror Man, once again, coming in clutch. He died early in the fight, but Ascent taking so long that he got the respawn in and just mouse one, a little more mouse one, and he takes down 3 players. So Mirror Man just coming in clutch time again for fast forward. You know, Corn Pop, this is what I wanted to see.
Yes.
And, you know, we're getting a nice showing of what Pyro can do these days.
And it's kind of interesting. I mean, big play coming out from Exile, actually. They're walking forward, popping Uber charge off on this left-hand side. They do this Crab F. There's a couple of Ascent players sort of in behind that they gotta look out for. Big Z's in a really bad position. Like, 5 players are all over him. Marmalou as well, taking some flank damage and getting the frag down on Exile. So that leaves only Rain and Mirror Man, a Heavy and a Pyro, the lone defenders of last here. They're going to try to take down Corsa or any of the players, and they're not going to be successful. Marmalou gets the second one on a Waterson. There's another Pyro out in the field claiming some poise, but man, that's going to be a 4-0 Ascent. Doing fairly well with this unorthodox play.
Yep, only 1 round left for Ascent here, 11 minutes on the clock. You know, hypothetically, it's possible for the side of fast forward to come back, but That would certainly be an incredible feat if they could. Their mids so far have certainly been an issue. They haven't been able to take any of them, actually, so they're going to have to mix something up here.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, but the percent chance that the fast forward win is not technically 0. So here they come. Watterson actually with a big flank, getting a lot of damage early on Nurse. Exactly what needed, cleaned up by Patty, but still great job. Unfortunately, the rest of his team is going down. Fixie taken down by a big bomb by Marmaloo. Marmaloo not done yet. Crabap thrown into the air, is going to get an air shot. It wasn't quite at his peak, but still a nice shot by Marmaloo. Patty cleans up the remaining player. Exile going down. They didn't actually get any frags other than Nurse in that mid-fight.
Yeah, as I've said on the previous mids, Marmaloo's really just showing everyone what he can do as the roaming soldier on Badlands mid. I mean, and just roaming in general. He's easily one of the highest skilled roamers in the scene right now, and he's just, I mean, he's showing exactly why. Every mid, he's just having massive impact.
Mirror Man just sort of, just sort of playing chicken with the soldier standing on Spire, trying to reflect some of his rockets. It's going to end with both players backing off, but Watterson up on the sniper class as well, taking a very, very skinny angle. He's poking in here. Tight angle, there's the word I'm looking for. Back on last, though, it seems like Mirror Man's still on that Pyro class. It is big Uber charge for Ascent, so they've got 100, only 75 on the side of Fixie. If they can go. Oh, it's a crits Krieg. Here they come, getting 3 frags right off the bat. They got to deal with the Pyro, but they do quite excellently, and they're all over the point. Ending this game 5-0 for Ascent.
Yeah, Podolsky just with fat crits at the end there, making it look easy. Gets 3-4 kills, something along those lines, and that's going to be that. Not as close as of a map as Gully Wash, and I do think that possibly does come down to the map layout. As I said pregame, Gully Wash Pyro is very good. Badlands can work, but just not as good as Gully Wash in my opinion. So I think the nature of the map lending favor to Ascent here, and yeah, just a pretty clean game from them overall.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it is interesting, though, because we saw a lot of unorthodox Pyro play happen here, and it was a solid 5-0 from Ascent, but they were having some troubles, and realistically, if you look at the players on these roster, I think this was a closer map than it really deserved to be. The Pyros and the other off classes that came out from Fast Forward really helped them out there, so I don't know. That might say something about the meta that we're seeing develop in competitive TF2.
Yeah, I'd certainly like to see the meta expand a bit and just, see what's possible. There's not really been a change in a long time, and I'm not saying that there has to be a change, but, if it's viable, if it works, then it works. So Fast Forward, just exploring new opportunities in the game. Mirror Man did, in fact, top frag and top damage on his team. Certainly not as good as the last map where he went 30 and 15 or something along those lines for a 2-1 KD, but obviously, they had a much rougher go at it here at Badlands, but still able to do a decent amount overall. Podolsky top damaging the server. Slemnish also pretty high damage. Corsa, solid game. I mean, pretty much stats all around on Ascent looking good, and that's to be expected when it's a 5-0. And yeah, just over on the other side, I mean, Exile doing decently, kind of playing everything. He switched Demo, Soldier, and Pyro, and I mean, Mirror Man just sticking on the Pyro, put in work. So I mean, overall, I think it's a nice showing from Fast Forward. I don't think anyone might have expected them to get this far in the tournament and actually really contest with Ascent, who are at least a shoe-in to be top 3 at the moment. So well played to them, and I think that's overall a good outing. And they're going to leave with a little cha-ching in their pocket, Corn Pop, $60.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a ton, right? Nobody's like making a living from $60 tournaments, but it's still very nice. Play TF2 for a weekend and get a little cash in your pocket. Have some fun on these classes that you're playing, some Pyro experimentation happening, and yeah, it can even help you improve if this is a real team. I'm not sure if this is a team that's playing in ESEA or anything like that, but help them improve, play against really good teams. One of the best ways to improve as a team.
Yeah, absolutely. So the final here is going to be Froyotech versus Ascent, the classic age-old matchup of what feels like, possibly a decade-old matchup at this point. It's been going on for a long time. They meet once again in the final here. Froyo looked very good earlier. they've been, and especially I think more important than them rolling the 6 rats yesterday, they were just totally dominant. They had a game against Swift in the 4th round of the seeding, in which they 4-0'd them, and then they played Ascent in the final round of the seeding and just totally annihilated them in a 5-0. So Froyo certainly looking real good at the moment. This final match also is going to be playing for the remainder of the prize pool, which is, if I'm not mistaken, it's about $900. So $600 going to first place, $300 going to second. So some cash on the line, pride on the line. You know, a lot at stake here, Corn Pop, and should be a good game with far fewer pyros, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. I mean, these two teams, they've been sort of the big two in North America for a long, long time, basically since Mix-Up. Is that correct?
Yep.
After Mix-Up died? Yeah, so it's been a few years since Froyotech Ascent have been like the two giants of North America, and they've traded back and forth, and sometimes you'll see another team sneak in every now and again. Last season of ESEA was one of those seasons where Ascent dropped down to 3rd and Swift came in and got that 2nd. But then Ascent have switched up their rosters, and so they're definitely the better team now. So this is going to be the match that everybody's been waiting to see. And I think we're just going to get some STV. So we might play some music for you, but stick around because this is going to be the grand finals of the Essentials.TF monthly tournament sponsored by Twitch.